Hi everyone, it's Raina. So this video is if you have your natal Venus in the 11th house. Venus is the planet of love and beauty. It also deals with um, luxuries and having charm and just cultural pursuits, that kind of thing, in addition to the obvious love connections with partners and marriage and that kind of subject matters. And the 11th house is the house that Aquarius rules in the universal chart. So it's about humanitarian concerns, groups, friendships, volunteering, the future. And that's why it's also the house of your goals. And this is the house of your, like I said, hopes and wishes, which are your dreams and that sort of thing. So when Venus is here, first and foremost, it makes you a social butterfly. You may really enjoy socializing, but especially when it's in a group of people, you really enjoy groups. And remember that groups isn't just like at a party, a whole bunch of friends. It can be a group that is connected with a certain cause, a certain interest. So this makes you a good networker, and it can help your professional life. As a matter of fact, because Venus is associated with money, this is also an indicator of making good money via your profession. Before I continue, I just want to give a shout out to a site that helped me compile this list, which is advanced-astrology.com. The hyphen is an actual symbol, not the word. But anyway, you may have a lot of group activities. You can be very idealistic, and this may have something to do with the the groups that you belong to, if you have certain causes that really matter to you. Because I associate the 11th house with utopian types of mentality of like what could be the perfect society. And so I think, political matters are connected with the 11th house. I'm not sure, but I think so. And that goes along with with kind of the reformation of society and things like that. And the groups that you belong to may have some kind of connection to those goals. But one of the things that they mentioned is that if you don't have any earth in your chart, and I would say specifically with your personal planets, you could be ungrounded. So that means that, and I would say especially, well, even if you have water, that can make you ungrounded because water is very emotional. But the point being that earth is practical, so earth doesn't get carried away. Fire can certainly get carried away. Water can, and I guess air likewise, because air is kind of like ungrounded to begin with. So it can, if you think about it, air signs are very abstract, and they can, and actually Aquarius rules this house, and that's an air sign. So the point being that if you have ideals, they have to be tethered to some kind of realistic notions. Otherwise, you could be working on something that has no chance of ever manifesting in reality. You could be kind of tilting at windmills, Don Quixote reference, but it's not something that it's very impractical, is what I'm trying to say. So see if you have Earth in your chart, and if that seems like it would be an issue for you. And by the way, I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be idealistic. if you don't have any earth, but you have to check in with yourself to make sure that what you're working towards is realistic. You have progressive views. They put like tolerant. I don't know if they said broad-minded, but they said tolerant. Tolerant to me is not really, that doesn't make me feel that convinced about what it's supposed to mean, because tolerating something doesn't mean that you really accept it. You just won't make a stink about it. But progressive views means that you're not stuck in the past. You're always keeping up with the changing times, and you accept them for what they are. You're not longing for the good old days. And that's because Aquarius is very forward looking. And Aquarians tend to be ahead of their times anyway. So, in terms of partners, because of course Venus being here can indicate the type of love relationship you have and the type of attitude you have towards love. You want your partner to be your friend. It's like having Venus in Aquarius. And I actually have Venus in Aquarius. And it's so funny because my partner recently, we've been together for many years. And he recently said to me, you're my best friend. And he never said that in the past. And that was like the best thing. I mean, he always says that he loves me, but when he said that, I was so flattered, because people who have Venus in Aquarius or Venus in the 11th house, they really value friendship, even with their lover. I cringe really hard when I say the word lover, because it sounds like a cheesy 1970s movie, B movie or something. But you know what I mean. And the thing that I like about that is that, to me, that is a well-rounded relationship, because you're going to confide in that person. You're going to see that person as being somebody that you can have fun with, but you can also, you can go through life with, in a way that isn't just like, okay, this is a team and we're going to do this life like it's a business agreement or something like that. But it's just like, a friend, looking at them in a different light than we typically think of with romantic partners. And also, you're attracted to intelligence. And again, this is that connection to the 11th house and Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, and air signs are connected to intelligence. And this is an important thing as well, because if you are a Taurus sun sign, you may feel like this is, you may scratch your head why this is an area, or why this is such an important thing for you, because normally your interests are elsewhere. You're not that concerned with the intellectual side. You have a very grounded, practical nature. And this is of course, a broad brush type of a thing, because there are Gemini influences in probably a lot of Taurians, but I'm talking about the classic Taurus person. So, for instance, a male Taurus who's interested in women and loves brainy women, whereas, he reads the thing for his sign, and he's supposed to be attracted to voluptuous women that are just, like bombshells, and he is attracted to like kind of nerdy women, and he doesn't know why. Well, he could have Venus and Gemini too, but I think it's more than that. It's just the idea of this area. Also, and they didn't mention this, but Aquarius is associated with being eccentric. So you might be attracted to people that are bohemian, kind of like the outside of the mainstream society in some way. I was going to say, Grateful Dead fans, but that sounds kind of dated because the Grateful Dead don't have people following them, I don't think, anymore, probably for the last 25 years, but, or 26 years. But you know what I mean? People who are hippies, people who are, um, alternative types of, what do they call it? Alternative lifestyles. But yeah, and that can run the gamut of what that means. Um, Literal Aquarians. You might find that you keep attracting them or somebody with a prominent Aquarius. Um, and you like to share your beliefs with your partner. And as a matter of fact, you might even meet them when you're volunteering or in some kind of a group that has a cause that you share. So if you're both interested in environmental issues or, whatever it is, that can be something that creates a bond between you and that person. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you would like a private reading, please click on the link below. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.